Supreme Court blow to pro-choice groups as it declines to hear a challenge to an Arkansas law that includes strict rules on abortion providers. We're bringing you team coverage of this evening on that decision that has an impact both in Washington, D.C. and, of course, right here in Arkansas. We begin in Washington, D.C. with our correspondent there, Drew Petrimo. He has reaction from the nation's capital.
Abortion is one of those issues that sharply divides Washington, and that's exactly what you saw in response to the Supreme Court's ruling. Now, the law effectively restricts access to medication-induced abortions in Arkansas. The pro-choice group NARAL called out Republicans in responding to the decision, saying 7 in 10 Americans believe that abortion should remain legal and accessible. Yet the anti-choice GOP remains obsessed with ignoring the will of the people and using every tool at their disposal, including the courts, to chip away at our fundamental rights. But the pro-life group Susan B. Anthony list praised the decision, saying the Arkansas legislature has wisely required connection with a physician who has admitting privileges so that the state's women are not abandoned in the midst of a harrowing process that can inflict great physical and mental harm. Tuesday, we spoke with a Georgetown University public policy professor to get his take on what the Supreme Court's decision means.
As it stands, it's a win for pro-life because it's going to dramatically restrict the availability of abortions in Arkansas. This is a movement towards greater and greater state-level restrictions on abortion rights.
Planned Parenthood, which is suing the state of Arkansas, argues the law is unconstitutional because it places an undue burden on a patient's right to choose an abortion. Lawyers for the state, though, they say it's a common sense requirement. With the Supreme Court's decision, it now kicks down to a lower court where a judge there will have to decide which argument has more merit.